So it's February 2021 and I am out at Mt St Helens, and believe it or not, it's not that much snow. The mountain's covered, but just hiking boots. Didn't even need snowshoes or anything. We're supposed to get a lot of snow later in the week, but right now it's really pretty. Blue skies, scouting around, just trying to find the best composition and hope for some clouds. As you can see behind me, would actually be over the volcano. It's kind of moving in and out. There are some clouds that it look like they're barely moving in the right direction. We've got probably a couple hours before sunset, so just kind of wait and see what happens. But even when the sun comes down low and it kind of side lights the volcano, in order to make the shadows on the side really dramatic, and the snow should pick up some nice color. So it's just a matter of trying to find a composition that I like and get set up and just wait for the light. While I am waiting for sunset, I thought I would talk about tripods a little bit. I've had some requests to discuss different models, different kinds, what I use. And I've been on the quest for the perfect tripod for 12 years, and I have yet to find one that ticks every single box that I want. I think I finally found the ball head that I want to stay with forever, and that is this. It's a Really Right Stuff. And this is not their gigantic model. Let's see if it's got it on here. It's not it's the Goldilocks ones. It's not the gigantic one that would hold like a tank, and it's not the real small one. It's the middle one. And the big thing that I love with the Really Right Stuff is not only that it's very, very durable, and the ball head is just like silk. It's just so smooth. The big thing for me, the main thing, is this lever lock. Because this, when you've got gloves on and you're trying to turn a knob to tighten your head down, it's just turn. Is it tight? I don't know. Turn. Tight? I don't know. Maybe, and then no, it's not. This is, with gloves or no gloves, it's just that easy to lock it into place. And you know it's locked into place because it's all the way on. That makes this spectacular for me. Like I say, with the screw kind, you never quite know, is it tight enough, and you have to wiggle, and it's just something you have to mess with. I'd rather not. The pan or the ball knob here to release the knob is just fantastic. It's real. You can feel it really easily. It's big. It's not tiny. It's good with gloves. It's good without gloves. Your pan lock knob, again, is nice. It's big. You can feel it with gloves on, and it's smooth. It's so smooth. Your friction knob is easy to adjust, and you don't accidentally bump it. It's not one of those things that's easy just to get out of whack. So this is the ball head for me. That being said, this is my tripod I'm using now. It's a Feisol, Feisol, carbon fiber CT3472. It's a huge, beefy tripod. What I like about it, I love these locks where once I move it up, if I move it down, you can hear it click. And once it's down to the next place, it's locked. I don't have to worry about unlocking the leg and then locking it back and see if I've got it, because it's really easy. Again, it's super easy to do with gloves on. Love it. I love the fact that it doesn't have a center column. That means I can get this thing, right on the ground. No worries whatsoever. Things I don't like. I'm not a fan of twist locks on legs. For the same reason, I'm not a fan of a twist lock on a ball head. These are as good as they get. They are huge. They're rubber. They're easy to grab, even with gloves on. So that part is nice. This tripod is really tall. I love that, even though it does have 3 leg sections. The other thing that drives me nuts is this tripod came with just rubber tips that went over the bottom of your tripod leg. So there was no feet, so to speak. It was just a rubber foot, I guess, or cap, more like a cap that went on the bottom. Now the problem with that is, obviously, if I'm in snow like today, I'm in ice like today, it's just going to slide. I can't anchor it. I have to be able to anchor this tripod. They only have one option, and that are these. These are gigantic steel or stainless steel spikes that you can adjust the length of, which is nice, right? And I can dial it back the other way so that I don't have the spikes showing, which is nice. The problem is each one of these weighs about a pound. It's crazy how heavy these are. They didn't make it out of aluminum. Why would they want to make it out of a lightweight thing to keep a carbon fiber tripod lightweight? They made it out of like stainless steel. These are heavy. When I got them, like I say, it was the only option I had for this tripod for spikes, the only option from Fisol. And so when I got them, I almost didn't put them on because it made the tripod so heavy. So that's a big detractor. It's a big minus for me on this specific tripod. If this thing had lightweight tips, it had the lever locks for the legs, I would be super happy, but it doesn't have those things, and so I'm still looking. Again, the really right stuff people have done it well, but they don't make a tripod with lever locks. They make carbon fiber tripods, but they're these twist locks, and I just don't like them. I've tried different ones, and I've always just been aggravated with them. And I would much rather have lever locks. Lever locks are just click, 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 and you're done. I can do all 2 or 3 with one hand at one time and be done. It's absolutely awesome. They're much faster to do. They're much more, there's a click, I know it's locked, I don't have to check. Every single time I set this tripod up, or any tripod with these type of, with twist locks, I'll set it up, think I have them all tight, I'll set it down, and then I'll lean on it just a little bit, and 9 times out of 10, one of the legs won't be quite tight enough, and it'll just dip a little bit. And then I'll have to take that leg, pick it up, and go through every single one to tighten it down again. And with lever locks, that would never be an issue. It would be just click, 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 done. I know that it's locked in place. So that is my quest. Tripod manufacturers, if you have such a beast, let me know. I want that. I would buy that today. So enough babbling about tripods. I'm going to get set up. There's a little lake, a pond that I'm looking at right now. I've been watching the light on the mountain, and the sun is going to be setting behind a ridge with some clouds on it. Unfortunately, it's just crystal blue, just a crystal blue sky. So that is what it is. I cannot change that. It was the forecast did call for, like mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies. And there are plenty of clouds everywhere except where I want them, which, is not unusual for any photographer that wants it to be what they want, right? But anyway, if you can think of a tripod that, again, matches the Goldilocks, leave it in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. I'll be producing a video in the next few weeks that will cover tripods, and if I can find one that ticks all those boxes, I will be sure to include it in that video, so stay tuned for that. One, two, that one needed a lot more effort. And there goes the sun. It's getting ready to just drop behind those clouds right there. It's doing it right now. And to be honest, I don't know how much better the light's going to get. It's going to change color. But I am not going to get an amazing, color-filled sky tonight. So the light has left the lake, it's left the entire shoreline now that sun has dropped too far, and the only thing left now that's catching light is going to be Mt St Helens. And Mount St. Helens there's no clouds around it at all. So I'm going to do a little bit longer, zoom in a little bit more, bypass the lake altogether, I think. And maybe head back a little earlier than anticipated, because like I say, I don't think we're going to get the best photos are behind me, I think, today. So, all right, so I got back home and I went through my photos from Mount St. Helens, and the blue sky was just, it was what it was. It was a blue sky. There was nothing I could do about it. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to show you one of the new features in Adobe 2021 CC. And they have added a one-click sky replacement that is absolutely amazing. I can't believe how far Photoshop has come. I've been using Photoshop since 1996, somewhere around there, and it is stunning how far Photoshop has come. With one click, I'm going to show you how to replace a crystal blue sky with something a lot more interesting. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is in Lightroom, we've already made our adjustments to the file, basic things that we want it to do, want it to look like, and all we do is we right-click and we'll say Edit in Adobe Photoshop 2021. So it'll open up Adobe, load your file in, and this is just going to be a very, very quick. I'm just going to click and we're going to just demonstrate how fast and easy it is. I am not going to get into doing something really weird with a huge, like a dramatic sunset shot with colors and diving into color matching and all that. We're going to pick a sky that very, very closely resembles the conditions that I was in. That's what makes it a believable sky right off the bat. So here in Photoshop, I'm going to just duplicate that background layer with Command or Control J, and then I'll go under Edit, Sky Replacement. That's it. One click. It gives me my little tabs for the different skies, and it's working right now, and boom, it's already replaced the sky. So I have all of these different blue skies. These came with the Photoshop. These, when you upgrade, you automatically are going to get these handful of blue skies and some sunsets as well. But the thing is, it needs to match. You have to have a sky that is similar to what you were, to the conditions you were at when you took the photograph. That's what's going to make it believable, and that's also going to keep it very, very, very simple. So as we go along here, I'm going to go ahead and pick the easiest one. This one doesn't quite match. The blue is a little bit off. I think this one is an incredibly good match for that day. And it's going to output this to a new layer. There are a bunch of different options that I can go through to tweak this, but I'm just going to leave it alone. I think it did a really good job. And again, this is not an in-depth review or tutorial on how to do it. This is just how easy it is if you pick the right sky, and how amazing Photoshop can do with just a couple of clicks to move from a boring blue sky to something that's a lot more interesting. So here we go. So that's before, after. Before, after, and it did great. We're going to zoom in real quick. I just want to show you how good of a mask Adobe did, how Photoshop did. It's just excellent as we move along the top of the ridge of the mountain over here. It even masked in these clouds beautifully. Very, very realistic. Did a great job. I'll zoom back out. So we'll go here, we'll go File, and we'll go Save. And it'll pull it right back into Lightroom for us. So here's the file back in Lightroom. I think Photoshop did a great job just replacing that dull blue sky with something a little bit more interesting. I hope you liked the video. I hope you got something out of it. If you would like to see more tutorials and more in-depth things, let me know in the comments below. I'd be happy to create whatever kind of content you guys are looking for. If you did like the video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click that notification bell so you don't miss a video that I release each and every Wednesday. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.